Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ZSR, welcome to ZSR 2 to be precise, and welcome to the Link to the Past No Major Glitches League 2022. It's the Dark World round number 4, and we are progressing through this really quickly, and tonight will be no different with two fast runners and Chexhuman versus mooglemod. That's all I can say, so I will just hand it off to our two wonderful commentators, to Foxlisk and to Twin Mummy. Take it away.
Thank you for the intro. How's it going, Twin?
Going good. I am ready. Been watching a bit of Rando today, so hopefully my brain can make the switch back over to no major glitches.
I believe in you.
Problems.
I think we can do it. So it looks like players are just getting ready. Moogle was doing some last second spin speed practice.
That is the single most difficult spin speed in the game.
Yeah, for sure. So before the race, I asked both of these runners what their plan was to win the race. Chex said, just win, I guess. And mooglemod said, not dying to cold stare is his plan. So let's see if these players can enact their plans.
Both excellent plans.
Yes, I agree. We have file names Go Fast for Chex and Zelda for Moogle.
We all love Zelda.
I love Zelda. Who do you think has the edge in the file name department?
I'm gonna have to say Moogles. I like Moogles better.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see how that works out in the run, though.
I still need to find this bed sprite with the grumpy face on it, and I still need to make a blanket from it. Get it one of those custom printed blankets, you know? Because I like that sprite. But anyway, yeah, escape is boring, so which is why I'm talking about beds spreads.
You can take a short nap before the rest of the run. So these guys are very close in PB.
Oh, they are? I didn't realize they were that close.
Yeah, so Moogle, I don't know what he's running against here. His real PB is a 125.08 versus Chex's 125.22. So they're, I think that's 14 seconds apart, but don't yell at me if I did it wrong. Doing math on stream is impossible.
No math.
Both of these guys totally capable of 124ing. Wouldn't be shocked to see it happen right now live on stream. Would be really excited if that happened. That would be very cool.
It really would. I haven't seen a lot of 124s live, like 124 PBs live. So it'd be really cool if we could see that in a race setting.
Yeah. Yeah. More fun facts about these runners to kill time while they're pumping. They both have done some pretty goofy meme categories. Chexhuman has something like 4 billion category world records in like meme glitch heavy modes. mooglemod, of course, famously innovated in the one-handed NMG space and then pushed that to the next level with his one-handed one mind. So one mind is where there's two controllers and control swaps back between them every second. And normally you play that with a friend, but Moogle just plays both controllers one-handed. Two controller, one player, one mind.
Insanity.
Insanity.
Like, I can't get my hands to work one controller at the same time, let alone two separate controllers, and not get horribly, horribly confused. But I have to say, I remember watching Moogle do a one-handed run for a marathon once, and that's where I learned baby swim. And I used that baby swim for quite a while. So one-handed swim or one-handed runs can help new players with simpler, safer strats.
Yeah, Moogle in general is a big proponent of easy strats. Came up with some just for his own run, some for that one-handed stuff as well. Malmo pointing out, Moogle has the one-handed world record, and the second place is his left hand, his non-dominant hand. What a gamer.
I got a good chuckle out of that one.
Okay, so do you want to explain pumping? I don't think there's anything else to talk about.
Pumping. So Link's movement is either 2 pixels or 1 pixel. When he's going up and to the left, he alternates between 2 pixels and 1 pixels. When he's going down and to the right, it's always 1 pixel, if I remember correctly.
Well,
so
it alternates between 2 and 1 in all 4 directions. It's just
okay.
Going left and up, it's the first one is 2, and then it goes down to 1.
See?
Going right and down, it starts on 1.
But pumping, so anytime we're going up or left, and it's usually in 1 tile gaps, but sometimes you'll see air pumping, we'll mash buttons, the directional buttons, and that will sometimes reset his pixel movement, and we'll get that extra, we'll get like two pixel movements in a row, which just helps him move a little bit faster.
Yeah, like statistically you move forward like 2/3 of a pixel every time you pump, which is, not very much,
but over the course of the run, I mean, we don't pump everywhere, obviously. Once we get the boots,
Speak for yourself.
pumping is decreased quite a bit. Come on,
Yeah.
don't be a tryhard, folks. But you'll see, if you notice, especially in these water rooms, the runners, you'll see them like stuttering as they move up. That's because they're pumping, and you'll notice it more when they're out in the open like that versus in those 1 tile gaps where it's really, really beneficial to pump.
So Moogle got just about the best possible key rat RNG. Chex's wasn't bad at all, but Moogle saved a little bit of time in there with just about as lucky as it could be. They're now completely synced. On my stream, anyway.
How Chex has full health? Is that allowed?
No. Maybe he'll skip Sync Heart.
I can't see either one of them skipping sync.
No. Moogle never skips Sync Heart. I don't think Chex does either, really.
Yeah, I don't know. In a race setting, skipping sync just doesn't make any sense to my tiny little brain. But then again, I don't skip sync. I still get powder, so I'm all for safeties.
Moogle, not going so far as powder, but I've seen Moogle pick up mushroom in races before. I don't know if he's interested in doing that tonight. He did say that he's not feeling great, so he's trying to take this kind of casual. So I hope that he feels better soon and it doesn't affect him too badly. But I wonder if that'll affect his play at all. Like,
yeah. When you're not feeling great, playing this game, the little things start to compound, and it's not a good feeling.
Yeah, and he might try to do some easier, safer stuff to try to avoid that kind of problem.
Yeah. Moogle did get better Octorock RNG in that field. Chex had to slash one of those Octorocks to get him out of the way. Oof.
Chex hugging that Octorock.
Everybody loves hugs. Moogle hugged the little bouncy knight statue thing. What are those things called?
Armos.
Are they just Armos?
Yeah.
Okay.
The big ones are called Armos Knights.
Makes perfect sense now that you say that.
I learned that fairly recently. I never learned any of the lore for these games as like a kid. Like I didn't know what the enemies were called or anything.
Yeah, I always made up my own names for these things. A lot of the enemies. So
Mhm. Like infamously, the swamp Tektites.
they're hot dog bugs.
They're not.
They're hot dog bugs. And the little jelly things that pop out of the ground are jelly beans.
Jelly beans. Oh.
Jelly beans. Because they
They
look
look
like
about
jelly
as
beans.
delicious as jelly beans.
I used to farm those suckers like crazy, and just before Vidi in
Right,
that
yeah.
big long room. Yeah.
That room that is called Bad Farm Room.
Oh, is it called that?
It's usually called Spooky 3 nowadays, but its older
Okay.
name is Bad Farm Room.
Gotcha. Elmo, that's my secret. I'm always hungry.
Yeah, so these players still just in total sync. They're like less than a second apart this whole time.
Moogle did get that 5 rupee drop.
Right, that's
now
nice. Yeah.
there's still a lot of these little wiggly popos to kill, and those are in the rupee prize pack. So,
Oh, there's the red.
He is rich.
Yeah.
Rich for days.
Yeah.
He, depending on what Desert does, he might be able to skip a couple blues, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends a lot. You need 31 rupees, really, to skip a red. Because you're pretty much always going to get 3 blues. And then you need to be at 46 after that, right? No, 44 after that.
Why did he
No
go
math.
right? No math. That's why I don't... Oh, no, Chex! Nice recovery there. He threw the boom at the greenie.
Oh, I was wondering. Yeah, I didn't see it until I saw an extra arrow in the air.
Yeah, he
Classic
threw the boom.
mistake.
Yep, that's why I menu outside
Yeah.
that room.
CGR here is one of the hardest rooms in the game. Wow, they got the same RNG! Let's go!
Yo, that's nice. Yeah, Moogle's got money for days. And Chex is picking up a little bit too.
Yeah, so Chex is fine now. Moogle might get to save like 20 frames later, skipping a red rupee, possibly.
I don't see Chex picking up the pot in Desert. Right?
I would. I definitely
Maybe.
would, yeah. You should
Okay.
if you're below 9, generally.
Okay, it's below 9 for that pot.
Yeah.
Gotcha. One of these days, all this information about tree poles and everything is gonna stick, and maybe I'll try it in a run, but no. I like my free 100 rupees from Grandpa.
Yeah, Saha rupees are quite good. I feel like I was misled when I was new to this game about how good tree rupees are. Tree rupees are not very good. I mean, they're definitely worth going for at this level. Like, they save like 3 to 4 seconds. But very skippable until you're trying to squeeze out the last few seconds. Alright, now we get our first spin speed of the game. Very nice. From both runners.
Yeah, first try for both of them. Good omen for the rest of the run.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It does not feel good to fail that spin speed a bunch of times.
No, it really doesn't. How many times can you retry before it loses time to keep retrying? Do you know?
Well, that one saves... There's nothing you can do except sit around and retrying it. Like, you can't be moving towards the goal. So you basically just sit there till you get it.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly how much time that spin speed saves. I would guess 4 seconds or more.
Oh, Moogle's going for the unholy spin speed.
Oh, let's go. Very nice.
And Check's going for the slightly safer, but slightly slower dashing strats. Nice. We have not seen a single missed spin speed yet.
I know, this is crazy. For anyone who doesn't know, the way you activate spin speed is you release a spin and then you press A the first frame, you release B. And that puts you in this funny state where you're kind of halfway into a dashing state, and the main side effects are that you can't slash your sword, and if you leave manual stairs, like the ones that you saw them touch to get the spin speed, there's a bunch of different kinds of stairs. Anyway, if you leave the kinds of stairs that it works on, you get dashing speed, but just like forever. You don't have to cancel your dash to turn, and you can move diagonally and stuff. It's the fastest way you can move in the game. So it's really good in the rooms we can do it.
Yeah, too bad it cancels after a screen transition.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what this game would be if you could just do that through the entire overworld?
Oh, that would be so fun. So,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Desert, after you get inside, is pretty boring until the boss. Just kind of lots of big, long dash rooms.
Some of the back rooms, the rooms in the back, are fun to do.
Yeah, yeah, I think you mentioned that.
Quickly. Yeah, I enjoy the back of Desert. Just trying to get through them as quickly as possible with the RNGs and stuff, but...
That's cool. I mostly just, like, hate Popo Genocide. I don't feel like I understand it, and I lose a lot of time there.
That's why you should just forget everything. Get amnesia, start over, and don't worry about learning everything and having to understand, because then you just dash and slash. There you go. Looks like both of the runners got through Cannonball Room. No problem. They both have 18 arrows, which is really good.
Oh yeah, I didn't look at their arrow count leaving Eastern, but I guess it was the same.
Yeah, it must have been.
So we're coming up on... Well, let's see if either player goes for this spin speed. There's a spin speed you can do here that's like a little bit dangerous.
It's scary AF. What are you talking about?
Moogle's not going for it. Chex might.
If you fail this and you fall down, you have to do all of that again. It's so boring.
Well, neither of them went for it, so I guess they agree with you.
Hooray! Do you want to talk about key dashes? Because I know that's something that a lot of people think is free, but it's really not. There is a setup for that.
So yeah, the way that key dashes work is that if you're exactly 4 pixels away from a door when you dash into it, you open it before you dash into it, so you don't bonk on the door as you're opening it. And so it turns out that dashing moves you at 4 pixels per frame, and there's a lot of things that are a multiple of 4 pixels away from other things because the whole game is laid out on what we call the grid, because it's the grid that, you know, the pixel. I'm explaining this poorly. Anyway, the point is that you can line up with an object in the room, and that lineup will set you up on a good key dash pixel. Not the greatest start from Moogle, but not bad. Oh, his timing seems to be a little bit off here. All right.
I lost count, but
Moogle, I think, had an early 4.
sounds right.
I'm not sure about Chex.
Oh,
Ooh.
so close. I think Chex is more like a 5. Just based off of how close they were going into the fight. And Chex taking advantage of that free menu.
Yeah. Let's go. Moogle going for the Sandman Dash. I'm a little surprised, actually. Seems like the kind of strat he would go for the easy strat on. Does save a few frames, though.
Hasno brings up an excellent point. Chex is slightly better off on arrows than Moogle is. Moogle's either going to have to pick up the arrows in the cave after Hera, hope for a drop in Hera, or really change up strats in Aga Tower in order to have enough arrows for a pod.
Yeah. 4 arrow Aga Tower seems like a nightmare to me. I think you would get the pit arrows if you don't find a drop before then.
I mean, I would, but I'm not ashamed to do slow stuff. So I've just heard so many people say that pit arrows are so slow.
It's possible that they're still slower than doing slow strats in Aga Tower, but I don't know. I wouldn't expect most runners to know the very, very low arrow count backups well enough to actually save time over just picking up the pit arrows. Like, you'd have to be really good at a bunch of backup strats for it to not make sense to just grab them. But hopefully this is all moot because he grabs a drop in the tower.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that will drop. I don't know if they're in the same price pack because I haven't memorized the price packs like some runners. Yeah, the beetles can drop them, and then the Kadongos can drop the arrows.
Yeah, those are both in the miscellaneous prize pack. So expect
One of those
we'll
days I
see.
should probably look at that.
I expect we'll see Moogle pretty eager for any drops from those, maybe going a little bit out of his way to kill them in a way that lets him pick up the drop. Nice dodge by Chex on that cabbage there.
Yeah, both runners getting through the cabbages and the dead rocks without taking any hits.
Oh my god, why even bother getting Sankard if you're gonna have Death Mountain look like this?
Right? I mean, like, is this even legal?
I
It's
don't
like getting
think
through
so.
escape with full health. It can't. It can't.
Is Chex going to complete a damageless run here?
Oh, jeez. That would be such a long, boring viddy fight. And scary. Oh, all that time.
Oh, okay. I thought Moogle skipped the key, but it was just that Chex was a full trip behind him.
Yeah, Chex lost a little bit of time. A little bit of time in the overworld and then in the dungeon itself. In desert. Alright, we're going for the same strats in tile room. Just poke dashes, or are they dash pokes? I can't tell the difference.
Poke dash.
Poke dash. Poke dash. Poke dash. Okay.
I don't think a dash poke is a thing.
I don't know.
This is the worst room in the game.
This mini Moldorm room?
No, tile
or the
room.
tiles?
Tile
Oh,
room.
because it's boring.
Yeah. Yo, thanks for the raids, Bleedy.
Oh no, Check's getting bullied a little bit by those Moldorms.
Yeah, luckily he has a billion hearts still.
Yes. Oh, Moogle's not going for these drops. Oh, there it. No!
Oh no!
No, the arrows.
He tried so hard, he was so prepared, and then was like 1 pixel away from picking them up. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah, really is sad. Looks like a standard. Oh, he's doing the bonk setup for the bonk jump. You weren't joking when he said he likes to go for the really safe strats.
Yeah. Yeah, big into safe strats. Also, he's been around for a long time, so there's some things like the bonk setups that are sort of old school tech.
Might just be more consistent, and why mess with something that's not broke if it only saves a couple of frames.
Right. Yeah. Alright. Moldorm fight here for Moogle. This fight is not supposed to look like this. Come on. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. This fight is so... Moogle, why are you dashing?
Okay. I don't
Up
know
and
about
down.
that one.
Yeah,
this fight
Oh, go
is-
ahead.
It's really, really hard, but at the 125 level, I think most runners have gotten to the point where they can just take the fight slow and win it, and that was sort of what I would expect them to do in a race context. It's super, super hard to do the fight fast at any level, I think. Maybe Eddie and Ari can do it fast without breaking a sweat, but certainly I can't. But there we go, Moogle taking it down. Yeah, so I was gonna say that most of the time, you can get through the fight and just lose some time, but not fall. But you know, still pretty tough.
Yeah, sometimes he does have some AI to him where you can kind of understand his movements, but he still can turn around on you unexpectedly, and you can just tink off of his head and just get yeeted off the platform.
Yeah, so Moogle went for like a slightly sketchy approach and then just like got max punished for it. Like he could have easily gotten away with it also. It's not like what he did was terrible, just got a little unlucky.
Chex picked up the arrows.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And Moogle
surprised.
did not.
Yes, he does. He has 9
Did
now.
he? Oh, that's right. He has 9. I'm sorry. I was thinking he's had 8. Like, it's late, Fox. Math. No math.
Okay, so Moogle's going to be able to skip a red here. We'll see if he knows the movement for that. Chexhuman going to be the first one to pick up the Master Sword at just over 24 minutes.
To skip the red, you pull on the left side of the tree, right?
Yep.
Okay. I watch too much NMG.
No, never too much.
Yeah, that's why I'm loving this league. It's been so great to see so much NMG on Twitch again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really fun.
Alright, so since he's done the first tree pull, we really don't want to get hit until we do our second tree pull. And he still needs to kill, what, one more enemy?
Yes, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Normally you kill that bird, but I think he missed it on the way up. Yeah, so I guess we didn't talk about that at all, but there's a handful of objects that are mostly trees that if you pull them, they give you what's called a tree pull. And the number of rupees that comes out of the tree when you pull it is based on how many enemies you've killed since the last time you pulled a tree. So we saw they got blue rupees right outside.
Whether or not you took damage, right?
And whether or not you took damage, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. So we saw they got blue rupees on the first tree that they pulled, and then they killed 4 enemies without taking any damage and pulled another tree, and that's how you get red rupees. You have to kill at least 4 enemies and not take damage. Oh, that's too far, right? Yeah, okay. So Chex has a small lead here. We are unfortunately coming up on the portion of the game where we find out whether or not that's relevant to anything.
Not only for tree pulls did we want to save our health, but for that room that Chex just did. Speaking of prize packs again, those soldier sword guard thingies are in the prize pack with pokies. Oh, he's just slashing and dashing.
Moogle always does this, I think.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Or often, anyway. I've seen him do it before.
But anyway, by killing an enemy with a dash, it doesn't advance the prize pack. So far, both runners have preserved their fairy drop for Turtle Rock.
Right, yeah, we want to get a fairy drop in Turtle Rock. The justification for it is that it saves like a second to have beams in a couple rooms, but like honestly, it just really sucks to be in Oko the whole time you're in Turtle Rock. Also,
Moogle's
very nice room from Chex there.
Oh, I'm like, Moogle got beat up in that dark maze.
Yeah. Dark Maze is my actual pick for worst room in the game, by the way. I was sort of memeing about Heratile Room, but Dark Maze is so bad.
Circle of Pots. I hate Circle of Pots, especially with this RNG.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do exactly what Chex just did.
Yeah, just slightly too slow on the boomerang throw, and it cost him like 2.5 seconds.
Oh, I love the walk strat in that room. So good.
Moogle having a little trouble with spear guards also, but...
I wonder if he's trying to save arrows.
Yeah, I think he might have been.
Moogle with the friendlier RNG and Circle of Pots.
We
have such imaginative names for some of our rooms.
I like room names that explain what the room is.
It makes it easier to tell somebody instead of like,
Oof.
oh, you need to go to business center.
Yeah, SM is the worst.
Where's business center?
All of our room names are named after some in-joke from a player who hasn't played in 7 years. Oh, okay, great. So where do I go? Are you trying to help me or just confuse me?
But you have to admit, some of their names are pretty cool.
I don't have to admit anything. I plead the fifth.
Okay. Is that Chex's first blue ball?
No, it's not.
Oh, darn it.
So, Chex is being very unskilled here in terms of his luck. He is not skillfully getting good luck here.
Oh, looks like Moogle's following close behind.
Oh my god, Aghanim, stop.
Please, Aga.
I think that's 4 for Chex.
I've seen at least 2 on Moogle's. I did touch a spin up a squirrel. I can't even count when I'm playing. I just swing the sword until he dies. Although you do want to, there is some strategy to this fight. You do want to try to hit Aga into the center of the room. That's really the only thing that we can control.
Yeah, his warps do actually take time based on how far he goes. So I think that was either 4 or 5 blue balls from Moogle, so he's not out of the woods yet, unfortunately.
Chex settling in for a really nice, comfy Dark World. Moogle's gonna have an even comfier one. No, Fox. Lower Norfair is the one I like.
Well, but that's part of Norfair. Look, I'm doing the best I
Different
can.
music. Different music. Sorry, I should have replied in chat to that one, but I couldn't.
No, it's all good. So, yeah, I wasn't really counting. They either got the same number of blue balls or really close to it. I'm not sure if Moogle either lost 0 seconds or 6 seconds, I think.
It was too many.
I think it was 4 or 5 CD, but I might be wrong.
It might have been 6. I don't know.
No
But
matter.
the good news is both runners have enough money as long as they don't get hit when they have Kiki with them.
Right.
It's always
Yeah,
a nice
that's why.
panic movement.
Right. That's why we shook down those trees earlier, is to pay off this monkey. Also,
Kiki's
everybody
like
likes
the-
to talk about how Kiki's an extortionist, but getting all of the money required to pay him off takes like 10 seconds total, so he's not extorting us for that much work.
Shh.
Oh, it was 6 for Moogle? Okay, so
Okay.
that's about a 12-second difference, which hurts when you're already a little bit behind. But the race is by no means decided at this point.
Yeah, there's still a lot of things that can... I don't want to say it. There's still a lot of game left to play.
Yeah.
Let's do it that way.
We'll see if Chex can manage the most difficult part of this run for a player like him, who plays a lot of different categories and a lot of rando, which is remembering which way to go in pod.
Looks like he is successful.
So far, so good. This dungeon, you mirror back to the front and then run through the first few rooms and then sort of split off at some point along the path a million different times. And it's like slightly different in every category. And it's also different in rando, and it's really easy to just go the wrong way by accident.
It really is. I mean, I hardly ever... I've done, what, one other category in this game, and I still sometimes just lose track how many times I've gone through this
Yeah.
It's really easy. You get talking or you're slightly distracted by anything, and the next thing you know, you're trying to open the big chest and there's no key.
Yeah. So Check's doing hammer yump, which is very precise jump. You have to place the bomb on a certain Y pixel, and then you have to stand on another Y pixel to get boosted directly left at a height that will get you through the rail. Gets through it pretty well. You saw him use a couple of pause buffers there to read his position and adjust while the floor wasn't falling, because the floor doesn't fall while you're in your menu. Moogle doing the same here.
You less buffers, but
Yeah, very
really really nice jumps from both of them.
Yeah, so hammer jump is not the most important trick in the game. It is the third most important trick in the game, but it's still very large time save.
What do you say is the first?
IPBJ, not close, not even sort of close.
Okay, I agree with that one. What's your second?
Silverless Ganon.
Dang it, those are good choices.
Yeah, IPBJ saves like 2.5 minutes or something, maybe even 3. Silverless Ganon saves about 1 minute, and Hammer Yump saves like 45 seconds or something.
Nice, sexy statue.
Yeah, that was really good from Moogle. Oh, no, okay. We almost got a Lonely Turtle, but then it turned left. It's been a pretty clean pod from both players, from what I've noticed anyway.
Yeah, it really has been. It's been really nice.
See how Helmasaur goes. Helmasaur is kind of difficult, or like with the advent of Spin Speed Helma, it sometimes isn't very difficult, but it always has the possibility to become terrifying very quickly. Hopefully we'll just see these players sort of beat the crap out of Helmasaur really fast, and you'll be like, well, I don't know, what was scary about that? But things can definitely go wrong if you get a little unlucky or make some small mistakes.
Well, you see, Chex is used to doing this with Fighter Sword and like 3 hearts, so this is like cakewalk, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so Chex took 1 hit there, but it doesn't really matter. He knew he had plenty of life to play with, so took it a little aggressively because he could. Pretty good fight. Oh, Moogle missing the spin speed. Okay, looks like he's got it now. So what we do a spin dash in here, which extends our hammer hitbox, basically.
It's kind of crazy how far it extends it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember before watching people do all dungeons, and you had to like have your shield like in Helma's mouth,
yeah,
in order to hit him, and now you can. It's like not even close.
Yeah,
comparatively.
So except for the missed spin dash in that fight, Moogle, that was a great fight from Moogle. It's just went exactly the way you want it to go. And again, it is a frame perfect trick to activate spin speed. Like, you're gonna miss it some fraction of the time.
And like I said at the beginning of stream, that is, I feel, one of the most difficult spin speeds to get.
Oh yeah, because you overthink it, right? Because you're like, okay, yeah. I can't miss it. I have to focus on this, and then you start thinking too hard about it, and you move your hand weird, and then you don't get it.
Well, also, I guess, I don't know, maybe it's the way I hold my controller, because I'm like trying to hold the sword out with a different part of my thumb, so I can hit the hammer too, because you want to get a couple hits in. Oh no, Moogle got lottoed.
I hate to see it. It shouldn't be too dangerous here, but obviously you'd rather not take damage.
Yeah. Thieves Town is not a common dungeon to die in, for sure.
No. We have seen it, though. Check's going for a no setup quick warp and just completely misses it.
Sometimes I think quick warps are a scam, except for the free ones.
They save
even
34
then-
frames.
And even then, sometimes the free ones aren't free.
Sign up
Like you-
now. Just give us your email and your credit card number, and you can save 34 frames. It's not a
Per
scam.
transition. Per transition. Act now. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you watch the way the screen wiggles when you do one of those, either the mirror portals or like the other portals. What are those called? Are they just portals? My brain just completely stopped functioning.
I call them dark world. Yeah,
Dark
my mouth
world
stopped
portals.
functioning.
It's late, Fox.
I know.
It's all right. If you get the quick warp, you can kind of see it. The wiggles like snap into place at the very end, and if you miss it, it continues on a little bit, and it kind of fades. That wiggle kind of fades out. So that's how I learned to look for it. Is that snapping? Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, it really does sound like something you'd make up to tell your little brother. Oh, I read about it in Nintendo. Save time by entering the warp differently. But no, they're very real.
Okay, let's be honest though. That could describe a lot of things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like spin speeds. Oh yeah, if you do this, you get to go super fast no matter
well,
which
it doesn't.
direction you go.
It doesn't work for you because it only works on the secret Japanese version. Yeah. No, but it's true though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we do run on Japanese 1.0 for some of these glitches. Not just because the text is faster, which it saves like a minute or something like that. But some of these glitches are exclusive to the Japanese 1.0 version.
Yeah, so as you were saying, Thieves Town, not a super dangerous dungeon. It has a bunch of RNG in it, but nothing, just like not that lethal. A big part of that is just that like at this level, these runners are probably not very nervous walking into the boss room at any health total. The boss fight should just go the same every time. Like obviously you'd rather have some insurance in case you mess up, but a lot of dungeons are like the dungeon's not going to kill you, but you don't really want to be risking it on the boss. But here, it's generally pretty easy to avoid most damage, and then it's not even that scary at the end of the dungeon. So, you know, it's the safest Dark World dungeon.
Yo, we got 2 for 2 on the God Pixel Hellways here.
Yeah, that's
with
really
the good
great.
RNG. It's fabulous.
So we're bombing out this attic here so that we can torture this young girl in a moment, and then murder her. Oh, the arrow drop for Chex. Nice. Chex is now has 7 times as many arrows as Moogle.
Yeah, Moogle's... You can leave pod with 0 and technically be fine from what I hear, but it's never a feels good because you're always worrying about your arrows.
Yeah.
Neither one of them going for toilet bomb. I do Saha Closet, so I always have 3 extra bombs here.
Check's getting the unlucky RNG there.
That red jelly has been really rude this tournament, or league.
Yeah. Oh, I just already forgot what I was going to say to what you just said. Oh, well.
Bomb route, baby? Like, how many bombs do you really want?
Oh, yeah. 6 is comfy here. You can
Okay.
can be on 5 and not be too worried about it.
Okay.
Moogle trying to grab... Oh, wow. Okay.
That was close.
Pile was still there.
Link was walking on air there for a minute.
Check's showing off the scripted fight of blind.
Almost.
Almost.
Let's see how Moogle's scripted fight goes.
What if Moogle messes it up in exactly the same way, and then chat thinks we're messing with them, and that's just what the script looks like? No, just kidding. He already messed it up in a different way.
Oh yeah, he did that last hit just a little bit slow, huh?
Oh no, I was just crazy. Yeah, no, that was good. Wait, no, I don't know. I'm confused.
No, he
Doesn't
messed
matter.
up the script.
Yeah.
He did.
Nice script. Yeah, flawless fights. Look, they're both alive. What more do you want from me?
Trivia. We didn't do trivia.
No, Anders has forsaken us. Trivia is dead.
Oh. That's sad. So anyway, we're gonna...
Links W!
Links W. Chest turn. Let's go. We're gonna grab those 300 rupees. We're gonna grab our frog, get our tempered sword, grab 300 more rupees, and then head into Skullwoods.
Right.
So, some boring stuff, followed by a dungeon.
This is one of only about 3 optional things that we grab in this run. We grab the boomerang because we're literally in front of it. Like, we're in the same room with it. We are as close to that chest as you can possibly be. It doesn't save much time, but it's so fast that you just grab it.
But also grabbing boomerang makes it so that that 300 rupees is there, right?
That is most of the time saved from it, yeah.
Okay.
We also grab Sankheart, unless you're crazy, which neither of these runners are. And that costs about 3 seconds. And we also grab Tempered Sword, which costs 90 seconds or something. It's really, really slow to get, but it makes up so much time on the Ganon fight. It makes up a little bit of time here and there throughout the run, but a good Master Sword run where you don't collect Tempered Sword will... Oh wow, Check's just really committing to that fence dash. A good run with Master Sword will save so much time here by not getting it that it will be ahead of a Tempered Sword run all the way until the Ganon fight. The Red Sword doesn't break even until deep into the Ganon fight.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Moogle opting not to go for Fence Dash at all. Very, very opposed treatments of Fence Dash here. Chex stood in place and retried until he got it. Moogle doesn't even try it once. Check's getting very friendly mummies.
That was a very nice mummy statue room.
Yeah.
For Chex. And that mummy's in the way. Big surprise.
Cool.
About half a billion.
Yeah. It's 12 times 4 plus 4. 52.
So many. So many. Oh, Moogle getting Stuck Mummy. Shoutouts to Stuck Mummy.
Let's go. Yeah, really good mummy room from both of them.
Yeah. Stuck Mummy makes that room, like, free.
Yeah.
Oh, Chex already has a fire rod. I can't even keep up. I'm so tired. So yeah, we do not like to have beams going into the back of Skullwoods because it makes one specific thing... Well, I guess it makes the moth fight kind of rough too. But...
Oh, it's bad in moth, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't want beams at all. So thankfully we didn't see the bush fairy. Otherwise we'd be seeing some intentional damage. But the one I know for sure that we don't like to have beams for is getting the key off the mummy in the room before moth.
And that's quite a difficult thing to do with beams. Check's doing what we call a Joe Mummy strat, sometimes called Joe Mumway. There's a handful of different strats for this room. Moogle probably does Joe Mumway as well. Blaze it.
We're not in room 420 yet. That's in Meyer.
It's
What are we
probably not in
blazing?
Meyer for Chex. Well, it's probably still in Meyer, but I don't know which room it is.
Why would it be different for Chex?
Because Chex does idiot shopping.
Oh no. We're gonna
Sorry,
have to
Chex
deal with
does
that.
boomer shopping.
Oh, gross. So you'll see there they hit the mummy into the spike, which does more damage than the tempered sword does. So we're able to kill that in 2 slashes instead of what, 4? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the spike does gold sword
Oh,
damage.
that was a
nice
nice
fight.
moth.
Very good moth. Yeah, the spikes do gold sword damage, which is both why hitting the mummy into them is good and why hitting the moth into them is bad.
Oh yeah, because the developers made it so moth couldn't take damage from the spikes.
Right, which sort of accidentally also makes her not take damage from the gold swords.
Yeah. Ugh. But that fight is so satisfying to get that quickly. Like a 0 or a 1 spike moth is such a good feeling.
Yeah, for sure. Chex here. I think you have Chex's audio. You can hear him toot the flute there. That's not just for fun, although it is also fun. It sets a funny value in memory that allows us to save about 4 frames in the first room of Ice Palace, which will come up much more dramatically later on in the run, where it lets us save about 11 seconds in Misery Mire. We'll talk about that more later.
So yeah, we're just gonna go collect the Quake medallion from our neighborhood catfish, and then the flippers from...
This is your neighborhood? You live here?
Look, it's rough out there, okay?
Jeez, I hope you can find a way to move out of here soon.
The housing market sucks right now, dude.
That's
like,
true.
I'm stuck. Anyway, he might be going for quick fish. Nope, no quick fish from Chex. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna ask Greenham to make a slight edit to FMG. When he's doing the Zora talk, he needs to edit some googly eyes on King Zora.
Well,
'Cause that would
if
be fun.
Moogle is listening, Moogle was the video editor for FMG. He's the M in FMG.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he'll
Moogle.
do that for you.
Can we put some googly eyes on King Zora? Because if you guys haven't noticed, so King Zora's eyes are stationary when you're doing the text boxes, but while he's spitting out the flippers and you're picking them up, his eyes go wibbly wobbly, and it's really funny.
It is funny. I didn't know this until you pointed it out to me like a week ago, but it's really good.
And like even his eyes switch a little bit while you're mashing through some of the text boxes. I don't know, King Zora is such a good character with his mouth wide open. When he closes it, it's not so good, but like the sprite with his mouth wide open is just hilarious.
Yeah.
I find stupid little things like that in this game instead of focusing on the strats and getting better.
So this screen here, there's a Zora that can spawn in one of a bunch of locations. Chex gets...
Oh.
Yeah. He tried to go for the swim there, which is like correct, kind of, but it's one of those things where going for it means that if you mess it up, you get in trouble. So this is like not the worst thing that ever happened. You want to have beams in 2 places in Ice Palace, and he's going to have beams in the 2nd place, but he's going to miss them in this room here. Slashing at 2 berries and not getting punished either time is unbelievable.
And getting the bomb drop.
Unreal.
So he's like super set for bombs.
Oh
if
my
everything
God.
goes right. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, throw some salt over your shoulder, whatever you need to do. We don't want any disasters in Ice Palace.
You can see Moogle doing this room with, oh, that's really close to jingle glitching. Anyway, let's assume that didn't happen. He got to do it with beams, which let him kill the berries from across the room, which is a lot better.
I have personally never seen the jingle glitch in ice, but I've heard about it.
Okay, we're good. So this is the most important trick in the game that Chex is doing, which he did perfectly. It doesn't even look like anything, but that's quite difficult to do. It's not quite pixel perfect, but it's pretty close. And just doing it that fast is really great. Not easy to do that fast.
I also love the fact that you can kill both of those big Stalfos Knights with one bomb.
Yeah.
Because of a... It is a glitch, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it a glitch, but it's probably not like really exactly what the developers would have wanted in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Basically, instead of the enemies... so what happens is when you knock Stalfos Knight down, the damage table for Stalfos Knight swaps over to one that lets bombs one-hit kill them. And so that's just the damage table for all of the Stalfos Knights. And so since there's two there, it affects both of them.
That's how that works. I was curious about that. Chat pointing out that Moogle got an arrow drop in the Electric Avenue.
That's really good. The Electric Avenue.
Sorry, that's what I call it. Nice cold stare fight from Chex.
Yeah. Another thing that just like looks really easy when it goes out well, but can very easily kill you.
Oh yeah, cold stare is a bully.
I hope that Moogle is lolling at Electric Avenue and not something that happened in game.
Correct, I hope so too. We'll find out.
Oh.
Oh no. Yeah, Satan, that's what I call it. Oh jeez,
Oh
Moogle.
my god.
Oof.
Okay, well that was fine. Alright, Moogle has executed his plan of not dying to cold stare.
Automatic win. Okay, so Chex is gonna go straight to Swamp. Is that the way he does shopping?
Yes.
Or errands or whatever you want.
Oh my god, he's going to Swamp without ether. What a fool.
So, anyway, most sane runners will go to Death Mountain to get ether, because going into Swamp with less health is much more forgiving than going into Mire with less health.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have the ether medallion by the time you get to Mire. And so you can either get it here or you can get it in the Mire split. But it's sort of your choice. Chex's shopping route is technically faster if everything goes right. Oh my god, Moogle.
Moogle's getting
what
bullied.
garbage. What a garbage boulder.
This is exactly why you don't get it in Mire.
Yeah.
Because going into Mire 3 hearts down, ooh.
Yeah, that's very dangerous. It's not really dangerous in Swamp. It'll cost you time. Like, it already cost him time getting hit, and it'll cost more time not having beams in a couple places, but it's not, like, it's not going to kill you in entry run on the spot, where it very well might if it happens in the Mire split. I think this is all Moogle gets here. You also have to get the ice rod at some point, but based on his gold, yeah, looks like he gets that later.
We don't get a long swamp from Moogle, just a normal swamp.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, swimming sucks. And these little tech tights look like hot dogs with legs. No one can change my mind.
Okay, but
You can call them Phelps all you want.
they're called Phelps.
No, they are hot dog bugs forever.
Chex got a dash that killed both Phelps. And
Which is really nice.
yeah, that's really good.
You're not supposed to dash off that platform, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So, I remember back when Michael Phelps, after whom Phelps are named, indirectly, was in the news and stuff. I remember hearing that, you know, he ate a million calories, like whatever, 4,000 calories a day, because he just works out constantly. So I bet he eats a lot of hot dogs. So in that sense, maybe they're hot dog Phelps.
That's good. Thank you for humoring me. Alright, so Chex is gonna go up here to Sociable Fire Bar because there's a lot of things in here. We've already seen Lonely Fire Bar because it was in ice, because it was just a fire bar by himself. He has friends now, so that room sucks if you get off wrong.
Yeah, that room can be really annoying. Did you know that fire bars rotate slower in ice?
Do they?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah. People notice this every once in a while because they're doing glitches and they go into Ice Palace in Cave State and they're like, wait a second, this doesn't look right. But if your dungeon ID is Ice Palace, the fire bars rotate much slower.
I wonder why that is.
Probably to make the dungeon survivable in ice physics.
Oh, ice physics. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh,
Check's doing a neat setup here to be able to get on the 1 pixel window to hookshot to that pot. Both players hit the switch. Huge.
Okay, Chex did get that hook speed. I couldn't tell. Usually I look for Link's little feet going crazy, like moving faster than normal, but I couldn't tell on the restream.
Yeah, one of the more minor side effects of being in that state is that your feet go nuts. Really
Nice little thing
looking
to watch for, though.
Yeah.
Make sure you have it, so. I don't think Chex is going to pick anything up here in refill room. He is very well set on arrows.
He could have gotten the arrows to juice his GT gold. Check's doing this cool... Oh, I don't think that's good enough. Almost. So if you do a hook dash while your sword is out, then your sword will do more damage and one-shot the puffs. And then if you hook again in a fairly tight, not like super tight, but fairly tight timing window after killing a puff, then you maintain that state, and you can do that over and over again and kill all the puffs really fast. And if you do that very well and also get just a little bit lucky, you can kill Argus before he does his first whirlwind cycle, which we call getting a zero cycle. Oh boy. Moogle having a little bit of trouble in the hook dash.
Yeah, Moogle just got shocked because he threw a pot at the Bari in that spin speed state.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were arguing, saying, "Oh no, that's not possible," but we proved you wrong. There you go.
No, only I was arguing that. Everybody else believed you.
Okay.
And you were right. Yeah.
I like being right about something in this game. It doesn't happen very often.
Give yourself a little credit. But yeah, if you're in that hook dash state and you're walking to the right and you throw a pot, there are some frames where you get a weird animation instead of one of the normal animations, and that causes you to get shocked if the berry is electrocuting. It's a really weird effect.
Yeah, it's really weird and frustrating because you're like, how am I getting shocked? if you
Right,
don't know
yeah, it's
that
really
it's
weird.
possible. Yeah.
Moogle also going for it. Let's see if he gets to show it off. Oh, look, doesn't look great. Got kind of a bad walk pattern on the last walk there, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
if
not
you
very
get
good at that trick.
if you get that really fast one, it makes 0 cycles. So Argus has the 2 different walk speeds. It can do a short walk or the long walk.
Oh no,
And
it
if
has like
I-
a million walks.
Oh, does it? Okay,
Yeah.
well apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. I should just stop. But Chex is down a heart now, so we're gonna see how he handles Meyer 2. Because Meyer 2 is easiest with beams. In fact, I don't know that I could do it without beams. At least not quickly.
Without
oh no,
beams?
Moogle! Look at Moogle, he's in the text.
Sleep cat.
Oh my. Whew.
Will we farm a heart here?
Oh, that is possible. The crabs do drop hearts.
Oh.
No.
Punished for his sinful ways.
I mean, there's always while he's waiting for the bird, I guess.
Yeah, I guess could happen.
Oh, he picks up both things in Meyer.
Yeah,
He's
that's
picking
boomer
up Ice
shopping.
Rod. Sorry, I'm used to seeing Meyer, or I'm so used to seeing Ice Rod in Turtle Rock.
Right. So Chex there picked up that rock in a particular way, which sets a funny altitude value in memory, which we're going to carefully not change. We don't have to be that careful about it. Nothing we would normally do changes it, which will allow us to hit some off-screen switches in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's really only laying a Samaria block or using the powder that will change that, right?
It's a lot of other things, but not anything that you would actually do. Like the boomerang
Okay.
will also break it, but you're never
We're
going
not
to use the
gonna-
boomerang in here. So
No.
those are the only things that are like
Okay.
ever going to happen in a real run.
Yeah, I've learned how to get through Meyer without using powder until the very end. So, because I knew that would break it.
Right. I think they're more than an ice rod apart. Yeah.
It's an ice rod and some,
Maybe not.
but not much. Yeah, it's only like 2 or 3 rooms. Moogle's caught up. He's done some. How is he caught up?
He doesn't have ice rod.
Well, yeah, I know. Oh, he's so okay. That's what it is. He
Yeah.
needs to. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's late.
So Moogle's about 15 seconds behind on the ground. Plus about 37 to 38 for ice rod. So like whatever the sum of those 2 numbers I just said is. Oh no. This should be fine. Does that
We
rip
said-
Spooky?
I don't know. Does Lamp ruin Spooky?
I'm not sure. Does anyone in chat know?
Oh,
Yeah, Sleepy is saying it
yeah.
does.
Oh no. Why not just use the fire rod and then pick up the small magic pot?
I'm gonna guess because he panicked.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, I don't know. In that kind of situation, it's hard to think through all of the ramifications of whatever backup strat you have to figure out on the spot.
So, chat's saying alternate Spooky. Could he do the AD Spooky setup and... Where is he going?
Oh, he's memeing now.
No, he grabbed an extra bomb.
Oh, that makes sense. If he's not planning on doing AD Spooky, then he needs a bomb for Spooky and a bomb for Ice Rod.
Okay. That makes more sense now. Well, homemade beer, maybe it's an idea that you should learn the run? Yes, yes. More NMG runners. More NMG runners. Please. Best idea ever.
Chex has entered Lower Norfair.
Oh, well, alright. How come you're not playing? Come on, join the league. Yeah. More runners.
I think the optimal thing to do is sacrifice the magic and get the small magic pot that Twin mentioned in Spike Floor. But again, like, I don't know. Give the guy a break.
It's late, and if he doesn't feel good, it's okay.
Good Vitreous from Chex.
Very nice, Viddy.
Magic pot is like 99% safe to get. I mean, you're not going to not do it.
Yeah, it all depends on what that top right Stalfos does. Sometimes he's in your way, sometimes he's not.
Oof, dashing
Not
straight
the
into the bunny beam.
bunny! And you don't want to take any more damage here. Because you want this health for Viddy.
Yeah, and opting to hesitate in the bottom room instead of the top room so that the Fire Snake and Anti-Fairy are where he expects them to be so that he can get through them comfortably.
That was a good call. I don't know if I would have thought about that.
Yeah.
Great fight from Moogle as well.
Yep. Yeah, good to see Cold Stare and Vitreous both taken down by both runners. Moogle had a little trouble on Cold Stare, but not fatal trouble. And neither player with any trouble at all on Vitreous. I love that squirrel. Oh, I love that squirrel too.
All the squirrels can just go straight to...
Lower Norfair.
Yes, Lower Norfair.
Chex has been gaming really hard this whole Dark World. He has saved like 25 seconds over his PB since the Aghanim split.
It's been a really clean Dark World.
Yeah.
That squirrel wanted to give Link a kiss, and Chex said no, and threw a rock in his face.
Yeah, that's a good question, Homemade Beer. So the runners' PBs are Chex has a 125.22 and Moogle has a 125.08. So they're very, very close. Both players also very comfortably in the realm of capable of getting a 124, but haven't actually had the run come together yet, which I think I can speak for all 124 players when I say that we've all been there. I was there for a very long time. Moogle getting much better Dead Rock RNG.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. He may have walked a lot on that screen, but the Dead Rock stayed out of his way, and yeah, looking great. Chex has got a great setup on this roller room to make it back okay with only taking that one hit. I could say something really mean to Yoho right now, but I won't.
Don't worry, I will. You can DM it to me and I'll say it. Okay. Interesting approach to that Chomp's pattern. Okay, never in doubt. Chain Chomp's one of the most dangerous rooms in the game. Chex playing it a little bit of an odd approach at the beginning, but was in Oko, which I didn't realize until after he was out of the room. So probably just trying to play a little safe. We're hoping to get a fairy drop and or a full magic drop. Check's getting the fairy drop there. That's really good, because now he's not in Oko anymore. He took too much damage elsewhere to get back up to sword beams, which is what we would really like, but at least now he's fairly safe. You're never really safe here, but he's a lot safer.
Yeah, everything in this dungeon just hits so hard. Like, the floating heads do like 4 hearts of damage, which generally they shouldn't be a problem, but... And, like, pokies do ridiculous amounts of damage, and chain chops are 4 each, right? Did we get a god pokies?
We did get a god pokies, and the magic drop
baby.
off of it as well.
Let's go. Yo-ho, you're just saying that because... Fox has had more 124s than you?
That's definitely true, I have. So Moogle skipped those arrows. He is on exactly enough arrows. Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh,
To do
laser to the face hurts.
to do Ice Armos if he doesn't get any extras, which should be pretty fine. I don't know if either of these players are Mike chess players. I think Chex might be. No gain dash. Oh, okay.
Anti-fairy, please. Okay, Moogle lost his magic drop because it dropped up in the top left. Is that going to be a problem for him?
No, he's fine. He'll have to
Okay.
not use B. So he's going to have enough magic to either use a sword block in Laser Skip or in Peg Maze, but not both. But that should be fine. He should know alternate strats for at least one of those rooms, and probably both.
What were you doing? Chex, please.
Please don't die to Ridley.
Please, thank you.
Okay, we're good. I actually missed it. Did he try to do the Ace Zero strat?
I'm not sure. He was lined up on the right side of the shell. So instead of being on the left side, he was on the other side. I don't know if that's an actual strat or...
Yeah, let's go with actual. That's a strong word for it, but it is a thing that at least one person has done.
Okay. Is it a bitey strat? No
It's an Ace Zero strat.
Ace Zero, alright.
I don't know if that's exactly what he was going for, or if he was just trying to get out of the way.
He survived. The run is still valid. He did lose some time in Turtle Rock, but that's okay. He's still gaming. Moogle, please.
I can't believe Chex would lose time in a Dark World split. I thought he was just going to save time every single split for the whole run.
These runners are gonna give me a heart attack.
No boss deaths.
Chex, both these runners are probably gonna skip Torch Key, right? Or do you know?
I think neither runner is going to skip Torch Key.
All right. Usually at this level, you see runners skipping it, but all right. I'm glad I do a strat that 125 players do.
It's pretty good. Torch Key's not that bad. It's underrated. Yo, welcome Zelda Speedruns with the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're right at the end, just about like 10 minutes-ish left of this race. It's been a pretty good race so far. Chex has had a lead that he's kept pretty much the whole game. It's not quite over yet. It's very much up to Chex. It's his race to lose at this point. But it's been a pretty good run from both players. Been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been great. We've seen some interesting strats, had some fun, and hopefully we'll get 2 Ganons down in the end.
Hopefully. Alright, Chex is not going for Mike Chest. There's a strat you can do to get that chest in the corner, which has 10 arrows in it, and you can do it really fast. And I know Chex knows it, because he used to do it in any percent RNG, which is a glitch category.
Looks really cool.
Yeah.
Looks like you shouldn't be able to get by without getting hit, but you do. Nice Ice Armos. Normal bats for Chex
Yeah, that's
in the
pretty
Ganon fight. Two of the hardest rooms for Chex. Well, for everybody. Mimics in Ganon's Tower are, like, impossible.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, I think these are maybe the 2 hardest non-boss rooms in the game. They're certainly up there.
I don't know, this Spike room, too, is the Spike Pit. It's pretty bad, too. I cannot, for the life of me, get a consistent strat in that room to work. Gauntlet. Gauntlet's always a fun time. 5 rooms of conveyors and beamos and assorted enemies. I mean, what can go wrong?
Oh, Moogle, no! Hope room, hope room.
Hope room,
Alright,
hope
yes.
room! Okay. I'm always
Chex-
worried about doing that too.
How did that hit? Come on. I'm blaming the spooky variable.
Overall, a really nice gauntlet from Chex.
Yeah. G3 not so great, but the rest was good.
That's why I said overall. That was a nice double spin hit on that worm.
Yeah, those are always cool. Moogle much faster mimics than Chex. Didn't get a missed shot in the first room, and then did a slightly faster strat in the second room as well. Very nice.
Samaria Wizworld's rooms are so satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Moogle's fine.
I think Moogle had very similar Gauntlet 1 RNG as Chex did. Because they both fired 3 arrows. Oh, this room. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Alright.
there we go.
On to the next one. Okay, very good Gauntlet 3.
nothing bad happens at Moldorm 2, right?
I'm gonna withhold my judgment on that statement. All right, looking. Okay, yeah, correct. Nothing goes wrong.
Okay. Moogle had a better Lammo 2
Yes,
fight.
definitely.
You know, the developers really pulled out the stops for really bad room designs in GT. Because there are some really bad rooms in GT if you don't know what you're doing.
They're so great. It's so good. My complaint. Oh, okay, Chex. All right. My complaint about GT from a casual perspective is that the basement is, I feel like a little too much. It's too long, too confusing, too easy to get lost.
Yeah, I can see that. How the right side connects with the left side, and it's just weird.
Yeah, it's a
Speedrun
lot.
makes it look easy, but as a casual player, yeah, I could see how it could get really confusing.
Yeah, that's a big part of the problem, Malmo. Is that there's 2 doors out of Ice Armos, and if you pick the wrong one, the game's just like, lol, get wrecked.
I'm assuming it assumes that you
Google's gonna
have
try
the
to hover.
map. Ooh, that Moldorm almost
nice.
touched him.
Nice hover.
Alright, anyway, Chex is already on phase 2 of Ganon.
Yeah, so it's some amount of hits on phase 1 and 2, and then Ganon has to stop warping, and then it's 1 hit each time he stops warping, which will be 4 times, and then it's 12 spins at the end of the game. Oh, I thought that was going to be a good enough angle. Yikes. From Moogle. Oh, okay.
This fight, man, it's horrible.
It's pretty rough.
This is just a different type of math. Geometry, no. It's like asking me to do proofs. Just let me hit him.
So Chex did something while we weren't watching where he lit the torches at the bottom of the room both go out, but if you light the left one before the right one goes out, then the right one just forgets to ever stop burning, and that allows this fight to be very fast. Well, comparatively. And now we just spin him 12 times and he's dead.
GG Chex. What happened?
I
looked
don't know.
away for a second.
I was checking Chex's time. Is Moogle going to finish? No, he's not going to bother. All right. We'll see if we can get either player in for an interview.
It was an entertaining run nonetheless. But yeah, GG's to both of our runners.
All right, looks like Chex is going to come in for an interview. I don't know if Moogle wants to or not. Chex, hello.
Hello, I have you in the wrong speakers, but that's okay. Can you hear me?
I can. GG.
GG.
That was a really good mid-game.
Thanks.
The rest of it was pretty good too, but I saw that you saved time on every split from starting in pod until TR, I think, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the run. It looked like you played really solid in the Dark World, and yeah. Other than the the errands, but we won't talk about that.
Other than that, yeah.
Okay, this interview's over.
We love you, Chex.
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched to get a 126 again. After some rough 127s
Yeah, with those
or higher.
Yeah, with those blue balls, like I said, it was really solid. Yeah, I can't remember any specific thing to ask you questions on.
G3 was pretty amazing.
That was spectacular, yes. I would also like to thank you for your...
pretty amazing.
That was spectacular. Oh, we're getting an echo on someone's speakers. I would like to thank you for your severe
Sorry, that was
devotion
me.
to Fence Dash.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate it. I thought I just retried it, but maybe I like double retried it or something.
I think you retried it 2 or 3 times. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm spinning narratives out of nothing. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was a good race. It was a good run. It was a pretty good run from Moogle too, although understandably frustrated by the end of it. But he was on pace to get a 127 as well, with a lot of blue balls.
6 of them.
Yeah.
Is this the last race for both of these runners?
Yes. So this will push Chex to 2 and 2. mooglemod 1 and 3 in this bracket. Yeah, I don't know. He's in good company. This is a tough bracket. It's 16 of the best players in the world.
Can't believe you're already ripping up. It's being too fast.
Letting
yeah.
the runners. That is so speedy.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's late for everybody or early for some of us, so I guess at this point we're gonna wrap up to send you all to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. GG's to Chex and also to Moogle. Didn't pan out this time, but hey, you can't get every single match. That's just how it goes. Big shout out to both Twin Mommy and to Foxlisk. At this really specifically scheduled match time being on for volunteering. Tam, you're gonna go to bed. It's decided right now. I don't want to hear it. Alright, thank you all for watching. Take it easy and have a good one. See you soon.